What's up, homies? Crystal 5 here, and today I'm going to be going through all of my Rocket League settings. I'll leave timestamps in the description so you could skip to the section you want. I'll also have a super important tip at the end for PC players to help you become a freestyle god. If there are any changes you think I should make to my settings, let me know down in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe.
Gameplay.
There's nothing really to know here except that you can change your tournament region to get access to other tournaments.
Camera settings.
With camera settings, a lot of it is personal preference. I also think you should keep your camera settings close to the people you watch so you can subconsciously understand their reads. I use a very generic camera setup.
Camera shake.
This better be off already. If not, you're a noob. And that's okay. We've all been there.
Field of view.
This determines how much of the field you can see. I keep this max so I can get the most information. If you find yourself missing a lot of shots, you may get some benefit in lowering it. But for the love of God, do not go lower than 90.
Distance.
This is how far back the camera is from your car. This is another way of getting more information on the field. I find between 200 and 300 is the best. Find what works for you.
Height.
This changes the camera's height. I like to keep the butt cheeks of the car around the top of this boost number right here. For my current setup, it's 100.
Angle.
This changes the angle of the camera. I haven't changed this in like 5 years. I first copied Jazer and I haven't changed it since. Some freestyle setups want a lower angle like -7 or -10, but I really couldn't get it working for me.
Stiffness.
This is how fast the camera sticks to your car when you're going supersonic and making turns. This is really down to preference, but I prefer something in the middle, between 0.4 and 0.6.
Transition speed.
This is how fast the camera will switch from ball cam to car cam. Mine is 1.2. I wouldn't suggest 2 because you lose information from the camera moving around the car.
Controls.
Okay, so before we get into controller keybinds, I want to go through these sensitivities. With these, it's almost all personal preference, so make sure you tweak them to your liking, okay? You don't have musty thumbs, you have you thumbs.
Steering sensitivity.
The higher you go on this scale, the less you'll have to move your stick to go a full turn. That doesn't mean higher is better. With ground dribbling, smooth motions give you more control. So you want to find a balance between speed and control.
Aerial sensitivity.
The same problems apply to aerials as with steering, but I think it's less important. If this setting is too high, you'll have problems making micro adjustments for flip resets, which you need to get all wheels on the ball perfectly.
Controller dead zone.
You want to keep this as low as your controller can without moving on its own. Each controller is different, so figure out what works for you. If this is too low, your car won't drive in a straight line. One way to test this is to turn your steering sensitivity all the way up and gradually turn the dead zone setting up until your car doesn't turn anymore. But as controllers get older and used more, you may need to increase this, so give yourself a buffer.
Dodge dead zone.
Keep this at 0.5. This determines how far you have to push the stick to initiate the dodge. But just keep it at 0.5 and get used to it. I can't really see why you would change it. Just learn to stop backflipping, idiot.
Controller vibration.
Turn it off, please, for the love of...
Ball cam.
Put this on toggle, for the love of...
Controller binding.
So before I go into the bindings, I need to explain the different ways of holding a controller. There are 3 ways: normal, claw, and bear claw. Normal is using your index fingers for both trigger buttons. The downside is that you have a max 4 fingers to hit buttons. The claw improves this by bringing the index finger to the thumb buttons and having the middle finger and the ring finger on the triggers. This is a very difficult hand position to get used to. The hybrid style is the bear claw. All you do is add your middle finger to the triggers and leave the index finger on the bumpers. This is a poor man's controller with paddles. I think this is a way easier to get used to than the claw. So my bindings are optimized for the bear claw style. I'm only going to go through the bindings that matter. Drive forward, right trigger, or R2. Drive backwards, left trigger, or L2. Jump, A or cross. Nothing exciting here. Boost, right bumper, or R1. This is so you can jump and boost at the same time. Power slide, left bumper, or L1. This is so you can boost, drive, reverse, ball cam, jump, while holding power slide. Air roll, left bumper, L1. I don't use air roll as much as I used to, but it's here. Rear view, right on D-pad. Switch this from R3 because I use that button for my super secret freestyle move. Arrow right, B or circle. Arrow left, X or square. I have these here so I could press jump and arrow left or right at the same time by rolling my thumb, as well as hold arrow left and right and turn ball cam on and off. This is very useful. All the bindings don't really matter that much to me, so take a look at them and use them if you like.
Video.
I think these settings from this point on are PC only. I haven't been on console in a long time, so I'm not really that sure. All my video settings are optimized for low input lag. And I mean within reason. Sometimes I like the game to look nice. Full screen and vertical sync off is a must. Anti-aliasing, off. This increases input lag significantly if you turn it on. Render quality. Quality. I found quality to be good enough. Frames per second, max for your monitor. Texture detail. I'll go either high quality or quality depending on how my game feels. World detail, performance. Particle detail, performance. Effect intensity, low. The rest of these are all up to preference except for transparent goalpost. That must be on.
Super secret stall setup.
Now this is the moment you've been waiting for. This is a hack to get you to Grand Champion guaranteed. For this method, you will need DS4 Windows. I'll leave a link to the download down in the description. Open up DS4 Windows and create a new profile. For me, I'm using the R3 click to initiate the stall. You want to click here and choose the keyboard button that you will use for the macro. I use I. So now every time you click R3, it will read as an I. Click apply, save, then change the selected profile to the one you made. Now we open up Rocket League and change the keybinds you need to stall to I. So jump, air steer left, and arrow right to I. Now every time you click R3, you will do all of these actions, which results in a perfect stall. I don't know if this is allowed or not, but I really only use it for nice shots and not really in ranked. That's all my settings. If you found this video useful, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more content like this. I'm out. Peace.